That is funny
Free
though.
ads.
Well, they're not paying us, but
So
maybe
yeah,
they should.
That's
but
why it's a free ad.
But maybe they
um,
should be, is what I'm saying.
this the
I'm not
Splombos
opposed.
beef used to be on, like, you could find them at different grocery stores around Calgary, the Calgary co-ops, whatnot, blah 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 type of thing, and they took them off, and now you can only get them to order. I think it's 25 or 30 pounds at a time, and we've placed more than one order with them and just stocked up for several months because it was good enough to reorder at that quantity. So.
I mean, yeah,
I mean,
sounds
you're probably
delightful.
getting off the top of my head, like it's 50 to 60 links of sausage for that price. Like it's like maybe not quite that many, but
I'm I'm
40 to 50. Yeah.
I'm so happy that I named the stream the Variety and Variation Show because it's
Well, we got some variations here. That's
variations of sausage, man. Come on,
you don't even know. Spolumbos, man, Canadian made. Go buy some.
Delicious.
fucking delicious.
It's
No free ads for you.
Mm.
now we're done.
Right.
Cutting edge. It's
Look,
Oh, that old
if
thing.
three men can't sit around and talk about their sausage and their love of different flavors of sausage, I don't know what the world is coming to.
as the variety pack in the deli says, sometimes you just need a triple salami. So
Hell, my.
yeah.
Look, the heart wants what it wants. All right.
It sure
Well,
does, Joe. It sure
mean-
does.
I can't top that.
No, he wins.
All
Excellent.
right, thanks for joining us, guys. Anyone who didn't see us live, jump ahead roughly about 15 minutes to get to the variety hour of new variations and varieties.
Yes.
Varieties.
Mhm.
Yes. I thought that
Hmm?
I'm
He
there,
thought-
there has to be a Brian Ty model called the Variety. There's gotta be.
That's terrible. Only if it's hyphened.
Of course. Of course. He's not a savage.
Ben, good evening. We'll start on a good note. I mean, we might as well.
I mean,
Oh,
we can always
damn
go
you.
downhill.
Yeah, he beat me to it. Again, someone's
Yeah.
got to start the fight.
He said yes, you too. That's not starting a fight.
Well, gents, and then me too.
Oh,
So swinging down. Come on. Shit, dude.
I see. I see.
Are you on? Whose side are you on? Don't answer that.
I'm on the right side of history,
Oh,
so to speak.
okay.
I'm right-handed. I'm on the right side of history. That's all.
This is getting a little prophetic. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. He was trying to include me by excluding me at the same time.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah,
That roundabout logic.
he gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know who wants to go first. Anyone fun and new and fancy?
I don't have anything new and fancy, but it's something I don't think I've carried before.
All right. We can save you till last.
Yeah.
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 If you want. New and fancy.
Either way.
I've got an old standby.
Yeah,
Sure.
me too. Like classic go to.
Nice. Do you want to go, or shall I
Sure,
go?
why not? I'll go first. Classic go to. It's been a standby. Yeah, all kicking around all weekend. Was looking and reevaluating some of the things in the own personal collection, but probably one thing that will probably never leave the own personal collection is my 943.
It's the right answer.
So I was carrying my Luna knife, and I was also rocking. So I had joked around about this picture being my moon phase Tissot watch because
Mhm.
there's a moon.
It's just a
But the
crotch shot.
moon-faced Tissos are probably a lot more money than what this guy is. And I don't even like the moon face stuff. Anyway, this one here, good dial on it. Yeah. Loving
Yeah.
it. Oh, now you can tell I took it yesterday. Damn you. Hey, stay off of that date. Stop closing in on that.
That wasn't the intention, but that is very funny.
Now you got to
Call
change.
me out for having weekend photos. I carried it all weekend. It still counts. Bastard.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
A little smoke behind the mirrors here. I was not carrying this today, but it is my carry for the day.
Oh, I know you've pulled stuff out from camping photos a year ago. Don't.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. I ain't gonna shame you.
I mean, I had a man bug, I think last week even, and I don't carry my man bug that often, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times. Good times.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I
That's
like it. It's a bit of a sausage shot. Kind of.
Well, there's some blurry grains going
It's
on.
blurry. It's
Mhm.
blurry.
So,
It's
yeah.
tastefully mosaicked out of.
Well, I was gonna say it kind of fit the theme of the start of our show.
Both of hand profile and clarity of picture. There was some discretion involved. Yeah.
Indeed,
Yeah,
indeed. I appreciate it.
But yeah, even to the point of looking at old classics, and I think up there, I don't know if you can see it up there past the knife that I'm flashing around, might be a 940-1 that's on the verge of retirement here, but probably be keeping a 943. So, for what that is.
In the rotation, you mean? I see.
There
Are you
might be
gonna
a
let?
retirement wall back here a little bit.
Okay,
Nice.
cool.
Got a mini barrage, got a valet, got an 808 up there.
Too
It's
too
a bit
too
of a retirement wall. Yeah.
too good to get rid of, but not quite enough to keep in the rotation.
It's that weird gray area where they're not in the rotation. They're not quite as collectible probably as some other stuff out there, but they still kind of like meant something to me when I carried those knives.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Absolutely understand that.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the 940-1 is kind of one of those. It was top 3 for a while in my collection. It's still probably a close standing top
Yeah.
5 for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've carried that thing for a long time.
So it is one of those, like, probably won't go anywhere knives, but if anything, I might just contact Benchmade for a blade replacement. That'll cost more than what the 940 was worth probably when I bought it.
Yeah, there's that.
I was gonna actually comment on the fact that with that 940 has definitely seen some use, being that you've sharpened it basically level to its sharpening choil now. No.
Yes. Yeah. If you look at where the 943 is and it comes out of the actual handle itself, I think my 940 is just coming straight out at this point.
Yeah.
There's not much humpity hump there anymore for a choil.
So definitely saw some use. It's not a bad
Yeah.
thing to retire and keep nice for.
Yeah, wasn't necessarily nice to it in the pushing 10 years I owned it.
Yeah.
Picking
I think
rocks
they're
out of your
probably
boot.
pushing on 10 years now, actually, as far as a decade goes, and I was mean to that knife.
Yeah.
So,
Crazy.
well, our company got bought out in 2015, and I convinced one of the head office boys right off the bat, head honcho, king of the food chain, to buy a 940-1.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that still carries to this day as probably one of the only pocket knives. There's like, yeah, you told me the right one to buy. I didn't need to buy another one after that.
There was no need
Told
for
me
a
to buy that
follow up.
one.
It's like, oh, I admire your restraint, sir.
That is an absolutely fair assessment too. The 940 is a great if you only want to have one. It's a good knife. Good
Yeah.
choice.
And ice fishing, doing whatever you're doing, it still stands up, right? So
Absolutely.
again, I know it's not being treated that nice either.
Yeah.
That's the right answer.
Yeah.
Use your stuff.
The stuff and things.
All right, gentlemen.
Stuffly things.
On the dockets.
On the dockets, little sneak preview previously,
Yeah.
but it's a North Arm Skaha.
It sure is.
Magnicat and Dunes
Yeah.
Fat Carbon.
Yeah, it sure is.
I mean, you said old standby, like that's an old standby.
Is it not?
How
I mean,
many
how
years? Your 450 is an old stand, or 452 is an old standby.
That's fair. That's a fair point. I say old standby because it's been in a lot of photos in the last 2 years or so that I've owned it.
Standby back to. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Might be 3 years. I think it's 2 though.
Time is an illusion, and it sucks.
Yes.
When you started saying about 10 years for the 940-1, I'm like, no, it's not. Oh God. Oh God.
Uh-huh.
Oh God, it's been that long.
2015, sir. 2015.
Good Lord. Awful, truly.
Yeah. This one's been in my pocket a lot because of a particular thing about it.
I don't think
I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Oh, no, I'm gone.
Yeah, it's not going to turn up, I don't think. And unfortunately,
Wait,
it's not your
again,
photo.
Paul?
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know
I'll
if I can
I'll just
get.
turn it off. It's fine.
I don't know if you can even get the focus on this guy or not. It's a different logo now, but
son of a bitch.
little BC logo in there.
Yeah. BC Maple Leaf,
The Canarders.
Canadian
Kernerder.
made.
Kernerder.
There might be a reason or two why this isn't in my pocket that are beyond the fact that it is fantastic and is
That's fair.
MagnaCut.
That's fair.
But yeah, off of that note, I sent Joe another picture today because I people often ask us how sharp Japanese kitchen knives are. And so I got a new Japanese kitchen knife recently. And I was
Oh, I see. I see.
cutting some onions recently.
You were dicing with the knackery.
I was dicing with a
Ah,
knackery.
very nice.
And
Oh,
you should just put the photo up.
What was this knackery made of?
It's a SG2 core Damascus
Oh, I
with
thought this
micarta
one.
handle.
I thought. Oh, this one's an SG2. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought this one was a ZDP. Yeah.
I wish.
SG2, but then at a what degree angle?
9 to 12.
Yeah, yeah. For those in the know, Benchmade set to a 20 to 22. So 9 to 12 is half as thin as a Benchmade grind.
Yes,
I'm gonna throw up this picture now, and
you should.
So parental discretion is advised.
No, it's fine. There's no blood.
but like barely.
Yes,
I'm zooming right into that. Jesus.
I severed my nail vertically to the point where it's still nail there, but if I press on it, I can feel it flexing.
So in the octaves of sharps and flats, what octave would you say you hit when you got that particular part of your nail?
I went, oh, and then I went searching through the onion to find my piece of nail.
Mhm.
And, yeah, I was waiting for it to bleed for a little while.
Is all I have to say to that.
You can see in this photo here
We
that
can
my
zoom
nail,
out, I think. We can zoom out.
the edges of it were
Crisp.
crisp and cornered.
Yeah.
And you could feel them.
It's snagging
So I
on
had to-
things. Yes.
Yeah, I had to go in and trim my nail back real tight
Oh.
without opening it.
Awful. Thank you for sharing. Truly
So
terrible.
now you have a bottle opener built into that finger, right? Like it's
Obviously, yeah. It's
That's what I'm getting at my takeaway here.
So the answer is, how sharp are they? Yes.
Yeah.
It's the finest of the SGs.
Mm.
Wow, they say it's super.
The one thing I will say, compared to, I have the Black Series Gyoto, and the Gyoto straight out of the box felt sharper. This one felt like it still had a burr that I had to remove, but I took it through every single stage of my strops, and it was the right answer.
And so you stropped it until it was ready to be angry, and then it took one piece back in the form of your finger.
Yeah, it happened so quickly, and then it didn't hurt at all, so I was afraid that it had got myself good.
Yeah. Those are
so
always,
I didn't look at it.
Those are always really scary when you're like, oh, I didn't feel that.
Yeah.
Like, that's
so
not
I didn't
good.
look at it for a second, and then I looked, and I was like, oh, well, that's got to be raw. That's going to be absolutely just wide open. And I gently kind of poked around to see if it was tender. And it's not, but I got real close.
You, if I were you, I might put down some of that second skin stuff, like liquid bandage, just to fill in that gap so nothing catches. Because
Infinite is saying the finest of SGs would be SG1. So,
I guess 1 is technically more fine than 2, but I don't really know much about.
What do you have in SG1?
Oh, I don't.
No, I'm saying.
But he might. Yeah.
Infinite,
Oh, okay. Yeah. I actually don't know what the difference is in composition between them. Never looked into it.
Or is it a Stargate reference?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is
I
it?
want to say I said that as that came up.
Oh,
that was my own
did you? I
individual
I
thought.
don't even have.
Sure.
I
You're on
didn't even
delay.
have
Let's
chat.
be
It's Stargate. Awful. Thank you.
It is awful. It
Yeah.
is. Thank you for that,
You
Justin.
prefer SG1 to a knife? What kind of knife guy are you?
I think you answered that.
Oh,
Oof.
the nerdy kind.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, those two things do often go hand in hand.
I'll make my carry short and sweet, just because I noticed we're calling in at 7:31 here.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, but just to make it super quick, a knife that I think I've shown here on the channel before, not in this state though. I took the guard, my very wiggly guard, off of my case cheetah in pattern, I think zebra pattern bone handles. I don't know how they marketed this. And just kind of carried it as a little gun stock style jackknife for the weekend. And it was actually pretty decent for the little time that I had it. And you can sell
Is
them.
it re-put onable?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's a pair of escutcheon pins where there's like a tube that another pin fits inside. They mate and they're supposed to lock onto each other. They are not doing that. It's a known issue with these knives. So until I can find some wire for me to set a new rivet, I'm just gonna keep it loose like this because I keep almost losing the guards and then freaking out over it. So yeah, I'm just gonna deal with the Spyderco hole and Spyderco can sue me, I guess.
So your cheetah did not mate for life, I guess, is what you're saying?
It did not. It was that's good.
Are cheetahs known for mating for life?
I don't know, dude. You're ruining my joke.
I think large.
I just wanted to know.
I think large big cats do. But yeah, this is
I think
Lions
tides?
do
Yeah.
until the one of them gets chased off.
well, until
I'm saying probably not, actually. Knowing
Cheetahs seem to be more solitary.
a
They're
lot
more
of
tigery.
just like I'm gonna do my business and be on my way kind of animals. So the cheetahs kind of seem like
fair. I've never looked into it. I wouldn't know.
that's
do
what
my
they
business.
would say
So-
if you weren't kind of weird.
Of course.
Good cover. Good cover.
Don't
Joe.
worry. Don't worry. No.
I haven't looked into that.
Although you can almost see that I'm flipping people off in the reflection of the blade. I nicked myself immediately after finishing sharpening it, which took very little time. They call it True Sharp. I think it's just 420 high carbon for their stainless options. Yeah, that edge will fucking bite you. Good lord. Yeah, this
So
thing
the answer.
doesn't have a half stop. It has a almost open stop. It wants to sit right here, which also means it tends to come down with some force.
I was gonna say that way when it gets past that point, it's really gonna get you.
Yeah.
Cheetahs don't mate for life, but they do bite.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I was trying to come up with a top speed joke, but yours is worse. So
Yeah,
so
welcome.
you win, I guess.
I stopped trying. I'm like that. No.
Yeah. Oh, I don't.
The moment has passed. It's speaking of moments passing.
The little guard. Put away for now.
Interesting. Yes, interesting. So it swings not as much now.
Yeah, it guards less.
Mating for life, less swinging. Good stuff. Yeah.
Does that mean it's no longer a swing blade?
So
yeah.
Or a sling blade?
It's
no, still swinging.
No.
It's just not guarding. There's just
It's put its guard down.
There's no.
That's the worst kind.
There's no protection involved. That's.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Just a bare cheetah in the wind.
Just for the record, don't go to those parties.
No, I would advise against it. Anyway, yeah, case True Sharp. It's sharp, truly.
Is it 80 to 130 kilometers sharp?
Is that the average price range for these things now?
No, that's the speed that a cheetah runs at.
Okay. Yeah. I did see
132. got one up to 132? And was it drafting behind a car?
I don't know.
Sweet. That was good. Where did you read that stat?
What's this?
Where did you read?
For the top
Google.
speed.
30 to
Yeah.
80 to 130 kilometers an hour.
That's what I'm saying. 130. Like, I didn't think it was quite that high.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Oh, and right below that, it says that cheetahs run between 65 and 75 miles an hour, which is 104 to 120. So
Well, yeah.
Who the hell's collecting this information? And where?
That's what I wanted to
I
know
mean,
the 130.
to be
I'm
fair,
like, where
it
did they
is-
clock a cheetah at 130?
Well,
Joe,
cheat.
have you got a
can
really fast cheetah in your pocket? You just got
can
telling
it-
me what about?
Can it
Exactly.
get a speeding ticket?
Yes. Well, it's not in a vehicle when it's just running, right?
Depends on how reckless it's driving.
So the fastest. Okay. Wikipedia is claiming between 109.4 to 120.7 kilometers an hour. Cheetah Facts from cheetah.org says capable of reaching speeds greater than
Cheetah.org.
110. Yeah.
Of course there's. Sorry, what was the last half, Joe?
Oh, just that they say capable of greater than 110.
Okay. Sad. I thought that number was like, being generous to a cheetah.
But still, 120 is no joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
120 is absurd.
Yeah.
You get that extra 10. Cool.
That's how-
I don't know if it's that much more.
So,
That's highway speeds.
Nick Richards, what's up? Also, John Wick Witty. Yeah,
Wiki?
Wiki. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Wit
don't know.
Wiki.
I don't even know anymore. Hey, Johnny boy. Jacob, what are y'all
Oh, Johnny
carrying?
boy.
Also, I want to know what
Cool.
a pronghorn's top speed is. Before we
Pronghorn.
continue this stupid
I'm going to say
conversation
70
we're having.
kilometers an hour.
No, much higher, dude. Much
You
higher.
think?
Yeah. We're pushing hundo.
60 miles an hour.
Yeah, over hundo.
Okay. Yeah, so that's
So,
1 to
but
105.
their prolonged speed can kick the shit out of a cheetah.
Oh, yeah.
They'll
Cheetahs
do
are
that for
sprinters.
miles.
Yeah. Well, they're more agile and they're able to switch directions more quickly too, aren't they?
That little speed goat will kick the shit out of a cheetah.
Yeah, 96 is absurd.
Apparently the bug out Dick Richards got from Patreon is 500 miles per hour. Miles per second, sorry. So, yeah.
Terrifying.
I would hate to see you try to throw that. It would both win you the competition and destroy the universe at the same time.
I do believe, yeah, you'll find it's 500 miles per hour second.
Don't worry about it.
It's, yeah, exactly. How many hours in a second? Figure it out.
But every second mile, right?
Every second it skips a generation if it's on your mom's side. So,
Oh. Why did I bring this upon myself?
you're the ones that put that together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, other things you say.
Good times, variations, and varieties. Now that we're not talking about speed goats anymore.
We'll come back to it, I'm sure.
The speediest
Don't-
of goats.
I believe, if we want to get into this, that the entire episode is about all the just variations that aren't worth an actual review, but are worth mentioning.
Indeed.
Because, oh my God, over the last, 6 months, there's been so many.
Everyone keeps making variations
So
of the thing
many.
they already make.
So if you'd like a pair of 3 with other things that you didn't have, 3 to 6 months ago, they have those. And if you'd like bug outs and Osborns that they haven't had in those, they have those. So anyway. Sage 6, not yet, you son of a bitch. Just take all the Sage 5s you want. Anyway, continue on. I think that's the episode. Good night, folks.
Yeah, that's it.
Goodbye.
Well, we could go to a bit more detail than that if you want, if you like.
I think they get the hint. It's fine.
Well, easiest way to do this, I guess, is probably go cutting edge and then look at the newest of and kind of sort from there, hey?
Well, sometimes, but some of them are sold out. So I could just rattle off some actually available at this point in time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to start with though, just because it'll rile your goats real good as
Mm.
far as the currently available.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
How about a Spyderco Spy Nano and a NAND as an add to cart item?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, what? You heard me, bitch.
A Nan?
A NAND and a Spy Nano, sir.
Uh-huh.
Fancy.
As a brand new add to cart. Hey, those aren't variations. Those are just things.
Yep.
Well, that's
Well,
exciting. That's
Spy
like
Nano's kind of a thing, kind of a variation of a Spy Moto and a Spy other things.
It's kind of spy-y. It's
spyish.
not Spy 27 though. That's something else.
No, no. This is just M390 or M398. I don't remember.
M398.
Oh, look at you, you bitches. You're going to make me want a knife. Probably not.
That was the exact thought process I had with the NAND. It's like, oh, that's cool. Eh.
Yeah, how much you going to pay for a fancy grasshopper? No, sorry, kiwi. I meant kiwi.
Well, it's 1.8 ounces, so you know it's got that going for it.
It's how many ounces did you say?
What
What'd
did
you
I
say?
say? 1.8 ounces?
That's nuts. Okay.
Yeah, it's not very much. It's all tie.
3.
It
3.2.
wins against a bug out. Finally.
3.2
Some
inch
of the
blade. Yeah.
Yeah. Edge length 2.74. So is that not basically the same as a native? Or damn near?
Yeah, that sounds right. So are you just calling this a native variation? Is that how you're trying to
Yeah.
weasel this into the episode?
Yeah. 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 Fuck it. It's I mean, you tell me that the chaparral isn't just a variation of the native, or vice versa. I literally don't remember which one came out first. I'm pretty sure it was the
Here,
native.
let me get another sage and compare that to
Yeah,
everything else.
the
Like it's
Sage is
slowly.
basically the same. Is the Cali is basically the same. Is the Manix is basically the yeah. No, that's man. I love Spyderco, and I'm glad that they have all these variations of what is effectively the same ergonomic profile. But goddamn, they all start to look the same after a little while.
Well, what you do is you take the earliest model one of those models, whichever one it is.
Mm-hmm.
Say the Manix might be the older. No,
It might be the
Native's older
native.
than
Yeah.
older than Manix. Oh, that's the wrong way. I was gonna say just put it against a stained glass window and let it droop in the sun. And eventually you get into a native.
Mm,
And every model just looks slightly more droopy
that's
than the
where the
last.
that's where the Phoenix came from. Just ooh.
I-
Well, no, the Phoenix came from the ashes of something.
Yeah, what was the predecessor to the Phoenix? Exactly. Good shit.
God, I hope nothing.
I don't know, but it smelled funny when they were burning it. Whatever the ashes came from.
It was,
Smelled like patchouli.
it was in the Spyderco factory. Of
Patchouli.
course, it was patchouli.
It would. That would smell like patchouli from the ashes.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Look, it was that or oregano, okay? Those are the only two
Well,
options.
that's what we sold to the kids, at least. It's
It can be two things.
Well, we told them it was something else, but
yeah, I sold it to the kids as two different things.
wow.
All right. So yeah,
On that happy
varieties and
note.
variations. Not quite that. Variety or variation, but
No. Well, we're
I
on.
guess the Spy Nano is slightly more.
It's an iteration of a knife that already exists in Line Steel's lineup, right?
Is it? The
The,
Nano or the
Nano,
Moto?
I believe,
Yeah.
2.5 seconds, 2.5 seconds, and by that I mean 2.57.
So if you wanted the Spyderco variation of the Nano, you can get it.
I got to admit, I probably like the Spy Nano more than I like the Nano.
I
But I
don't.
hate these offset handles. Just make
Does that-
TI all over the place.
It should have been TI all over the place.
It-
They should have done like the all blue variation that Line Steel did.
Look,
Yeah.
if they had done that, then people would have realized that they had made two Techno 3s, and they would have been upset.
Wow.
But no, this one has a hole.
Yeah, they would have made a Techno 3 for you, and then the other one wouldn't have sold. Let's be honest here.
What are you saying? The ones that they designed for me are the better ones, Paul? Is that what you're saying in this particular situation?
In this specific
I'm saying
situation,
that
I
if
think
it's a Spyderco, it should flick. Even if it's not the only way to open it, because I love my smock,
yeah,
but I can still flick my smock.
but then
but
we
what about
wouldn't
an
have an
Akuchi?
Akuchi. Exactly. We would never
I'll
have an
get you
Akuchi.
on the Akuchi.
So put a hump on the Akuchi. I don't know what to tell you.
No, Paul, you fucker. No.
No, Paul, that's wrong.
Uh-oh, that was an inside thought.
That's
Should have
called
kept
the
that one to yourself.
slime, and it'll be coming out with a collab. I mean, Slim. Sorry, and it'll be coming out with a collab later. I still like slime better.
The Spyderco slime? I'd buy it. Yeah,
I mean,
I don't even need to
Is
see
it
it.
lime green? Does it glow in the dark?
I don't.
no,
I
it's
hope
called
so.
the Slim. It's based off of Line Steel Skinny.
Yeah, but if it's gonna be the slime, it better be lime green and glow in the dark.
Yes.
It comes with a small
It's
garbage
Italian
pail of
made.
toxic ooze.
I've seen
Man.
Lamborghinis in lime green.
Lamborghinis. Lamborghinis. Holy shit.
It's a Lamborghini, indeed.
Oh man. Okay.
They're all a little bit.
Is this where we talk
Lamborghini,
about the
man.
fact that I was in speech therapy as a child?
Oh, I was gonna say
We
we're
know,
not.
Paul.
The only thing slightly meaner than that you could have said would have been we could tell.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Either way, fuck.
So
Wow.
Mason,
Go on.
if it's any consolation, dude, it's
Oh
some of
man.
us just took more than others. It's fine. It's
Yeah. It was only grade 1.
depends on. Oh, I went harder in the paint than that. They didn't get me to kick the W's until grade 3 or grade 4. I
What'd
had
you do
no
with your
R.
W?
I had no R in my alphabet.
Were you a wob?
Mm-hmm.
No shit.
Yeah.
I couldn't say S's.
Yeah.
Oh really? Shit.
I had a babysitter named Scott that I called Cot.
Really? So you just ignored them? It wasn't like a
It
thought?
just
It wasn't
they
a
didn't come out.
TH? Huh.
Yeah, it did not come out.
Interesting. Huh. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I never had a speech issue, but I did have issues with the hand-eye coordination and writing. That was a fun one.
Specifically, hand-eye coordination in the way that writing happened, or hand-eye coordination
So
and writing.
I couldn't look up at a board, read what was written, and then write on the paper unless well, yeah, no, like if I would look up at the board, look at the letters, and then look down at the paper and try to write what I had read, I wouldn't be able to do it. But I could look at the board and write the form on the paper, but obviously then I couldn't keep it coordinated.
It was all over the place.
Yeah. So it was like some kind of weird disconnect. Got over it eventually, thankfully, but that was uncomfy. It was an uncomfy period.
This guy talking like he needs to talk to special T-shirts and get taken out of class.
Well, I wasn't forced to wear a helmet, but there were discussions. So
Nothing that I can say in response to that is appropriate for.
He wasn't
No.
forced to. It was voluntary.
yeah, it's like, no, he insisted on wearing the helmet.
Yeah. No. This is for my own good.
It's gonna hurt more when I headbutt motherfuckers, really, is what the internal thought process was. Look, at least that wasn't the kid who bit people. We had a couple of those over the years. Why am I not surprised? Yeah. No.
He said
was a
over the
biter.
years, Paul. Come
Is it-
on.
Yeah.
You still bite people.
Yeah. At least it's
All right.
consensual now, so it's
Well,
mostly. Wow, talk about off the
Other
rails.
stuff and things you say.
Yeah,
Indeed.
yeah. Well, we could start with Spyderco if you wanted. You did talk about paramilitary alternatives and things.
I'm not starting anywhere. I'm just going, sir.
Well, we're on Spyderco. Let's talk about Spyderco. Let's talk about these things. Sort noodle
Water.
old. There we go. Yeah, right off the hop. There's some shit.
But those aren't available yet.
No, not yet, but they will be.
But if you scroll down, you'll get to, I don't know, some sort of probably para 3 or something. Crewwear.
I'm excited for that Pits and that Sage 6. Yeah, this is gonna be cool. Oh, hey, here's a variation
Get
that I
that
want to.
Sage 6 name out your mouth.
I know this is sold out, but well, sold out as in we haven't had it yet. But a plain edge Hawkbill Harpy. Yeah,
That is exciting.
I'm upset to say that I know that more than half of the employees in the Calgary cutting edge are probably gonna own this stupid fucking thing.
What?
Well,
Uh,
Paul really likes it. Mark likes it more than either of us, but I also like it.
Are you going to buy
There's-
a $200 VG10 knife, Paul?
No,
Okay.
What?
no, it's a VG10 knife.
Yeah.
That's my
I
one
mean,
hang-up.
I've given up on mocking
you snob.
Joe because of his shitty price point versus steel quality
Yeah, no.
ratios because
I-
I still buy CRKTs to this day.
Oh, and in the future.
I like that it exists. I'm very happy that Joe and Mark will both own it, so I can play with theirs.
See, that's just it. He wants it, but without the guilt of having spent money
I
on it.
want it.
Well, as long
I
as
want
he
it
can play
without
with
the
more than
VG10.
one at the same time, then he's
Okay,
happy. That's
if
what
you-
I heard here.
Got to keep in mind that this. I know that you're. You know what I was gonna say that I thought you would be okay with a 154 CM blade.
Yeah, you give it 154, I'd probably be okay with it, but
The
the price
weird-
is still too high for
The
that.
weird thing is too is the performance is basically the same.
Well, I don't want Spyderco's VG10 because they like to put it at a 56 Rockwell. How about that?
I've never found that to be the case though. All my stuff has been 60 plus.
Is it?
What do they actually?
I thought they
like,
ran their
claim?
stuff at 58.
I
I've
thought it
s-
was a 56 to 58. I really did.
I've seen evidence of quite a bit higher, and in my own testing with my Rockwell files, I'm not marking it with the 56, 58 file. It only gets touched by the 60 plus file.
So you
Okay.
need me to do the work, is what I'm hearing.
No,
here.
no. I don't want you wrecking my hardness files because they're
Oh, he
expensive.
couldn't get it to Mark. I bet you we can.
Yeah, I bet you we could.
Oh. The problem is,
Mark
see,
it up real good. Give me that
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Just grind it straight, tip first into the grinding
It's
belt.
no, not the titanium, you bastard. You're supposed to test the steel, you fuck.
You can
No,
start
but-
at either end, just as long
This
as it all
ball,
turns
this
to
ball
dust.
lock is so soft.
Oh,
It's-
you're making me sad. I'm gonna
Get one
move
of those
on.
round little files in there. That's good. I'm just opening up the access lock for you a little bit.
You know what? There's a button here. I'm just gonna ignore you both now. There's a button here that
That's
I can
fair.
I can hit that only shows the in stock items. Let's just do that because that seems a lot better.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good idea.
Yeah, the filters on the website are so
Hey,
feel
look.
so fantastic.
15V militaries. That's worth
Yeah,
talking about.
It
Let's
sure
talk
is.
about military twos. Good lord, all the variations this year.
Yeah,
I'm impressed by how quickly they got them out, rather than milking it over the next 6 years, like another company that I won't mention, Benchmade.
Oh, I thought you meant also Spyderco with their Bumblebee PM2s and PM3s.
Oh, that too. But
I thought you were about to call out the same company that was doing okay and then also not doing okay at the
at
same time.
least
No,
Spyderco, like Eric has said on record, that it's I wish we knew how complicated these multi-layered handles were gonna be before we promised everyone we were gonna do them, but we're kind of locked in.
Well, stop being a bitch.
Yeah,
It's-
I
I mean, obviously.
it seems like the obvious solution would have been to create a new SKU with a simpler to make handle that just doesn't have that pattern and just release that in the meantime. Like if you want to get it out there, just make it a limited variation, and then as soon as you have the stuff that you want to do long term ready, discontinue the original version. Make it more collectible. You'll have people experiencing fear of missing out. They'll buy it because we're suckers.
I mean, Spyderco collecting is kind of the FAFO.
Yeah, 100% it is.
No, that fuck around, find out. The fear of missing out.
Yeah.
FOMO. Excuse me.
I know what you meant though. Yeah, FOMO.
Yeah.
That's all right. I like the first one better. It's fine. It's
Fucking around and finding out.
See, fucking
Their
around and find.
motto is fuck around and find out.
I think
Got
that's.
10 Sage 5s here. Let's fuck around and find out. Like,
I was gonna say, I think that's more CRKTs. Let's fuck around and find out what sticks in the market.
some of Kaiser's motif. Yeah, for sure.
Mhm,
Uh,
mhm.
I have an odd duty calls very early, so I'll be back in 2 seconds, guys.
Fair enough. Yeah, I am happy that they're not taken for goddamn ever to come
Yeah.
up with different variations, especially since effectively it's just a para 2 with a compression lock, but bigger.
Well, I think too. I think they recognize the fact that Spyderco collecting guys are the type of guy that if they want all the militaries, they'll just buy them all. And
Yeah.
now you've given them the option, and they're just gonna pick and choose and buy one every month or every couple months until they have the collection, if that's what they want to do. There's no reason to stretch it over the next 8 years.
Yes.
You know what
Yes. Yeah, I think so. I think you're probably right that they just
I'm just
my only
shitting on the
has
Benchmade bug out. That's all I'm saying.
well my only hesitation with that is you look at like kind of Dennis had mentioned before unceremoniously leaving us to our own devices,
Yeah.
the Sage models.
Mhm.
The fact that they took so long to kind of come out with anything new, even though they have honestly a ton of different options they could have gone with. Like there's no power lock Sage.
Mhm.
There's no exposed ball lock Sage.
Look, like I said the last time this came up, money from the Sage goes towards Alzheimer's research, right?
Yes.
They forgot.
So they need to make more Sages so they can forget less.
Yes.
It's really what. um,
Correct.
I normally don't like the idea of having the exact same blade shape and then just like at this steel and this steel and this steel and this steel with like the exact same geometry across the board.
Mhm.
Normally, I'm not necessarily a fan, but Spyderco's blades have a good enough and consistent enough distal taper, like thick to thin from tip to base. I think you're getting a good range of utility out of it. I think
Mhm.
that it's an excellent platform for that. And I don't know that this necessarily works with, say, like if you took a bug out blade and you were to replace it with a bunch of different blade steels outside of like kind of the average expected range into the specialty stuff that Spyderco does specifically is what I'm thinking. I don't know
Yeah.
that it would. I don't know that it would work out as well. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
and
No.
it's nice that yes, you're getting these different G10 handles. Um, it's better than injection molded polymer. If we're gonna go talk about that kind of pricing, yeah.
What are we on about?
Oh, just
Military?
military variations. The fact that Spyderco is willing to experiment with a bunch of blade steels, but I just wanted to highlight the fact that I think the pair of blades in particular, the 2, the 3, or the military 2,
I
um,
came into that part of the conversation. Yes.
yeah, it's a really good blade shape for experimenting with different steel types, specifically because it starts relatively thick, ends relatively thin, and it has pretty good thickness behind the edge for slicing. So you get a good idea of what the steel's actually capable of.
But we also know how many tips people can break off. Say that.
Yes, have seen that with some S110V stuff where people are
You
not
gotta
terribly
know.
careful.
You gotta know which can which, and that knife does both.
Yep.
I mean, more so than some of their more stouter blades, but yes, I understand completely what you're saying about how it is a nice happy medium between.
It's a good versatile shape for people who
Yeah,
are interested in using their knives as knives. But there's always exceptions, I suppose. I've. Oh, yeah.
oh no, for the record, complete sidetrack, but some sort of weird hibiscus something dark side, made in Canada as well. Seen as self promoting.
Hmm. Nice.
Would I have it again? Probably not.
Oh, okay.
Nice to have once, but that's about it.
Yeah. All right. Kind of like military. Um,
Oh, I see.
You knew that about him.
Yeah, I'm only a little offended.
once you own one, you're good. Just get the good one.
Well,
I mean, can they make a military one in crewware? Can I just have that?
that would be
Why
kind
do
of
you want
cool.
that?
Frame lock.
What?
Frame or liner.
Me, asshole.
Frame.
Yeah, right.
Well,
I forgot. You're
so
wrong-handed and all that.
yeah.
Yeah.
This one looks left in the camera, but that's because I have things reversed, and I'm too lazy to reverse it. Yeah,
Jacob's comment about more sages, we can jump to those if we want.
sure.
I'm happy to talk about.
And did we ever do a review on the Spidey Chef? I don't know if we ever did. I don't know. It might have predated our channel.
Maybe.
It was just a nice reference point.
No, I think we talked about it at one point.
Early days. Those
Yeah,
videos
yeah.
were bad and good at the same time. Good times. But yeah, Sage Arenos is right up my alley. And when you say more sages, I mean like a Sage 7 and a Sage 8. I want to see Sage double digits. Oh my God. Please say so. You could do those things. Get a Denko.
Can I get a Sage?
Get a Shark Lock with a fucking Sage blade. I'd carry that knife so goddamn much.
Yeah. I'm just going to look up Sage on the website and pop this guy up because there's some variations.
No, you got me there. I was gonna say I want a Sage 5 or Sage 6 in Rex 121, but I actually don't care if it's a Sage 6 or any of the other Sages, as long as it's not a Sage 5.
And I think Jacob's also saying do more 1, 2, 3, 4 models, but that will ruin the collectability of the ones I already own, or maybe make them go up in price. So it's a gamble on those ones. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we all saw what happened with the Phoenix when it got reintroduced.
Did the OG ones get stupid count?
They did. They dipped for a bit and then they exploded again.
Yeah.
So I haven't checked lately. I don't know where they're at now, but yeah.
Oh, really?
I don't own a 1 and a 5, but I have a 2, 3, 4. Pre-ordered 6.
I have a Phoenix.
Oh, you're not selling it to me for an inflated price. Oh, sorry.
Which knife?
You're not doing it, Paul. I'm not gonna send you the money. I'm not thinking about it. No, there's other shit I gotta buy first. But yeah, ruining collectability. Spyderco is usually pretty good about staying away from discoed models, as they were. Usually, if they bring something back, they're changing something fairly substantial about either the appearance or the actual construction.
Or doing like a sprint run tough, or Knife Joy exclusive Slish Bowie. Or
Yeah.
Was it Knife Joy? I don't
It was not. I'm pretty sure Knife Joy with the blue and the M390.
Yeah. I thought it was Knife Joy, but I can't remember because I don't care.
Yeah, so he says.
But yes, I appreciate how they do that to keep the collectability. But the whole thing about the Sages is just more variations of locks. And I believe Alzheimer's get the glory.
Yeah, I was making jokes about it because I'm a jerk.
Well, I mean,
they forgot to make new models.
Yeah.
I see. They woke up every day and it was Groundhog Day for them, and they just got stuck on Sage 5.
There you go.
There was another Sage.
Wasn't there a Nicolas Cage movie like that?
Bill Murray. It's called Groundhog.
No. I know. I'm thinking about a different movie where someone ended up with like the. No, I'm thinking of 50 First Dates.
Adam Sandler?
That's who it was. Yeah, Adam Sandler. You know, Nick Cage. Easy to get them confused.
Good times.
Cat.
It's a kitty cat.
And I'm not necessarily unopposed to some sprinties of the 2, 3, 4s.
Oh, they should absolutely do that. That would, honestly, that'd probably be the best way to do it.
They did a sprinty of the 1 not too long ago and did Maximate or something, didn't they?
I don't know about that, man.
Sage 1 Maximate? I think they did.
Which one's the 1 again?
Liner. Just a liner. Carbon fiber liner. I owned the Sage 1 at one point and I got rid of it.
Is that the one that I have? Is it Sage 1?
Yes. You fucking heathen with your Rips Garage Tech clip.
Hey, it's not on there.
You found
it's on my Parrot 3 lightweight.
You found better things to put it on.
Exactly. Like a plastic handled knife.
But yes, I'm not unopposed to the Sage. But again, I want more Sages. I want them to go back to the glory days of showing me a Sage with a new lock every time.
Dude,
give me what's the stupid one we keep on talking about? The Power Lock.
The Power Lock. Yes, I was just gonna say, give me the fucking Power Lock on a Sage 7. I will buy it. It could be VG10. It could be S30. I don't give a shit. Just give me that lock on that platform.
Joe, don't give them ideas.
Well, no, the base steel. I think it's always been S30, right?
Yeah.
Like even the
I want
Sage
a Rex 121 and something. but I
Yeah,
don't want
Sage
a
One was
compression lock.
S30 right off the bat. Yeah.
Yeah, like stick with S30. I do not care. Um, they really, man, and it's weird too because like the bolt action lock, no one has a patent on it. No one has a trademark license on it that I know of at this point. It should like there's no reason to not make this thing. It's a cool knife with a cool lock, even in low quantity volumes. You'd figure there'd be enough interest to justify it.
Blue one's the right one, Joe.
The blue one?
Well, that's the right one.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was looking at the sexy carbon
Uh,
fiber one.
that's okay.
The
I'm
blue
just
one's alright.
biased because I think that's the OG one was the blue one,
I don't remember. I couldn't tell you. Uh,
and
yeah.
I believe that because I own it. So
Fuck yeah.
I
All
might
right.
have a bit of a history on the Sages.
There's a little bit of that.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I think I have a little bit of bias on the Sages,
Oh,
but
that too. But again, 789. I want double digits. Let's see what we can do here.
I
Glasser boys need
I
to come up with some cool ass Sage models.
so I understand that like there's a limited amount of production capacity that each of their factories are going to have. Um, I don't care.
But their Taiwan goes at like the specialty series, which used to be the ethnic series and blah 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 type of thing.
Yeah,
They went out in left field on a regular basis. That's what they
that's
do is the
that's
Taiwanese field.
kind of
So
what
if
I
you're
wanted.
already taking the same model and just doing different mechanisms, that's tame for Taiwan compared to a Seki City Japan ask
Yes,
or
and
a
that's
Golden Colorado ask even
before I
nowadays,
said that
right?
I had checked to make sure. I'm like I'm pretty sure it's Taiwan, but yeah, yeah,
You know
100% it's
what
Taiwan.
Golden Colorado gave us? A Bodacious, which was a shaman without a choil and cheaped out
Yep,
handles.
yep.
Anyway,
I'm still
I'm
bitter
not
about that.
biased.
It's grown on me to be honest. I've handled the Buildacious a few more times since like in the shop. I'm like, okay, this is still pretty nice, but like, but then you
You
pick
know
up the
where,
shaman. It could be that much nicer.
but that's what I mean. Is you know where it wins is in the pocket, not in the hand.
Yeah,
And when you put the Bodacious in the pocket, you're like, oh, you fucker, this isn't bulky. So, yeah,
yeah,
still kind of, but still, yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
the texture on the handle still feels weird, and I kind of like it on the Bodacious too.
Yeah, like semi-polished G10. Not
yeah,
yeah.
but you got a little bit of a man crush on the bull, so it's I get it, I get it.
I, I don't know how to respond to that.
So
Well, a lot of different ways, Paul. A lot of different ways.
Is outrage one of them?
Well, if it's mixed with something else, maybe, but it can't be pure outrage. Like, let's be honest here.
yeah. So is the
I
Sage
don't know what you're
the
implying.
exact same profile as the Chaparral? Like damn near.
It's larger, isn't it, than the Chaparral?
Maybe a little bit. It's definitely thicker
Yeah.
blade stock.
You're gonna get my Spyderco bag out here so I can just look at that and Callie's at the same time and be like, what the hell is the difference between any of them?
Well,
Really, but yeah.
at least on like the Cali and the Chaparral, I could be like, okay, yeah, the butt ends are different. The way they hug the end of your hand, there's more rounding on the Cali. It's a little bit more aggressive with the choil. The hump isn't as severe on the Cali. Like that, there are differences, but I'm looking at the picture of the sages, and I'm looking at the Chaparral in my hand. I'm like, I think there's
Not quite
actually,
as pointy on the butt, a little more roundy, a little
but
bigger,
but it's so close.
but bigger and thicker.
Yeah, I
It's not
guess
thin ass XHP.
bigger. Well, maybe it should be, but then it would just
No.
be a chaparral.
Yeah. Stop it. It's still thin enough. It's not an Osborne. Fuck off.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
Or a 943 for that matter. Because I'm looking at this, like, man, I like this knife and it's a forever knife, but I mean, we've come so far. Right?
But in the end,
Does it really matter?
there you go.
How many versions of a Sage 5 have there been? All of them. They're
At
all
least 6.
variations. One,
There
two,
has
three, four,
been
5, 6, 7, and then 2 exclusives.
I was gonna say there's been more than two. There has to have been more than two.
7. Oh, for the exclusives, these are the only two that are listed on Spyderco's website. Maybe.
They don't
Maybe,
always,
maybe
they
not.
don't always do a great job of that though. Sometimes it
The
feels.
Sages aren't the go-to for exclusive models. It's the Manixes and the PM2s and PM3s. And
So I'm just gonna go to the
I was
Sage
actually thinking about
5.
the red and red handle 4V, but I don't think they made a Sage 5 in that one either. So
They're not organizing their SKUs in a way that makes it easy to count. I'm gonna say 7 is probably the total different variations. Um, 2 of which are dealer exclusive, one of which just had DLC. Okay. I don't know why cricket's turning up when I'm looking up the word Sage, but that's okay.
You know why?
John, was the Bull's name Terry? No, that was his last name. It was Jason Terry. His basketball player, played for the Sixers, I think. I don't know.
Okay, I'll trust. I'll take you at your word for that.
He was a bull.
No, played against the Bulls, maybe.
Ah, I see.
So other knives, you say?
Indeed.
Other variations.
How about Osborne's? We got Magna Cut Osborne's. We didn't talk about those.
Yeah, there's a couple of those.
Speaking of 940s and 943s and all the variations that are out there. Oh, did we talk about the denim Magna Cut ones? And just the bronze Magna Cut ones. The denim ones aren't out yet, but they'll be out, and they're in a variation that we won't talk about either.
It's probably true.
Look, you want your uncoated Magna, you got to deal with the denim. That's what you get.
How blade swappable are these things?
Extremely, I would say.
Can I put a Magna as a blade replacement on my S90?
Satin Magna Cut on the carbon fiber might be a good look.
What about a black wash? What about a black wash Magna from the copper?
On carbon fiber, it's a lot. It's a lot of black. I don't know.
What about a red shot showed 945 onto a 940 handle?
Disgusting. I love it.
Yeah, that's the real question.
Disgusting.
Is can you put a 945 onto a 940 handle? That's the
Almost certainly.
I don't know about
Probably.
that. I think the distance for the lockup bar for the access bar interface is a little bit too different.
You think?
But I would love to be proven wrong because that's dumb as hell.
I mean, I own both of those knives, even though the only 945 I have is a shot show.
So what you're saying is you need to fully disassemble both in order to find out, right? Because you have them right here.
Well, not right now.
Fair.
It's a future me problem, I think. Yeah.
How annoyed are you guys that they moved away from the sandwich construction of the original 940 for the barrel spacer kind of version that they're doing now?
Compared to the stripies?
I like the stripies. I like the fucking little bit of titanium with the anodizing and the color.
Okay, pros and cons. Pros and cons on this.
Yeah.
If they made the stripey, they need to pick a lane, and sometimes it's purple, and sometimes it's the right choice. So
that is it. Yeah. Look at that. Look how nice that is.
Yeah, I got to actually focus. That's good times. Good times.
Yeah,
anyway, it does look nice.
So
does the purple. Purple and green looks great.
Okay, so does that, and you got to pick the right choice. But there's always a chance that you're not going to pick the right choice for a certain person, and that's where Flightanium comes in, because then it's a right choice for any person, anytime.
You know, Flightanium could make little spacers, and they could anodize them whatever color they like. And it'd probably be cheaper than making barrel spacers than anodizing those. That's all I'm saying.
But the barrel spacers work on 6 different models on Benchmade.
Yeah, details.
Numbers. You're throwing your fancy sales numbers at me like they mean something.
What, you think just because you could sell 50 of these where you would normally sell one, you think that's a reason?
You know what you're missing, kid? Heart.
Okay, but legitimately, I don't like the look of the standoff 940s compared to the little titanium spacer guys. I just don't. When I look at some of the older Benchmade models where they seem to give a shit about a lot of the decorative elements, especially along the spines.
You're going to make me find a Kogera in
my
collection too now. Son of a bitch. I didn't realize this was going to be one of these episodes. Jesus Christ.
It's a test, but only for you.
Now this is what you've done.
Yeah.
Continue to talk. I'll find shit.
I don't disagree with you, Joe. I like the backspacers, but with the current companies like color coding
Mm-hmm.
and their maroon bug out with orange thumb studs and backspacer, I don't know that I care what they do, one way or the other, because they're gonna get the color wrong.
Yeah.
This looks like a Benchmade bag. Hey, what's it?
Newsflash, asshole. They're all bench-made bags.
The hell did you call me?
Holy shit! I found it on the first one I pulled out. Oh, and you know what the Calgary is? Nothing for nobody.
Oh,
It's black G10 barrels. Is what?
that's actually it went around and became interesting
No,
again.
it's.
I thought it was silver.
No, it's stainless steel it's stainless steel or
Mm.
titanium. Probably TI
I
barrels, but they're just black.
I don't think I have it here. I think it's in. Yeah, it's.
Anyway.
God damn it. The Torrent was the one that came to mind of the Benchmades that I have left, where the spacer's actually interesting.
It's a Goldie. Well, it was a stainless steel, but then I knew someone who made a Goldie.
Why does it have a backlock cutout if it's not a backlock?
Because fuck you, that's why.
Yeah, apparently.
Like, honestly, I think they did that because they thought it looked good. Or as a throwback to, the lockbacks that Osborne made.
Got jimping for the reverse grab tactical. Way
Oh,
up here.
I was going to say, yeah, that's a great place for your thumb. You definitely want it right there when you're using your
Right there.
knife in
Yeah.
reverses. Jeebus.
Yeah, there's no use for that whatsoever. It's just a callback to a lockback more than anything
Yeah.
else.
I hate it.
It's because Osborne lived in Texas, and fuck you, that's why. It's
It's a pretty good reason.
I mean, that is on their state flag.
right next to the bull, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little prophetic, but all right.
All right. I don't even know what we're going through anymore at this point.
I don't know. I'm just
Osborne's. Yeah.
Just
I'm
bitching.
looking at an emissary now. So how about a gray emissary from year one when
Hey.
it came out? It's
Yeah, it's kind of funny how sometimes
It's a
companies
fun
like
blade.
do this. Like, hey, let's just do this. Oh no, we're a year in. We're completely changing it, and we're never going back. Okay.
all right. There's bags of shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. There was sages in here too. That I found,
What was that other spring assisted Benchmade that was like they made it one way for a year and then they completely changed track? It was something with the texture of the handles. The emissary,
The
was
Arcane?
it?
Amicus
No,
that they turned into the it was an Amicus and then
Arcane.
Arcane because CRKT
Yeah.
also had an Amicus come out the same day, and apparently CRKT won that battle. I don't know how that's even possible, but good for you guys. And then Benchmade had to change theirs. I think it was because Vox's predated Benchmade's. Vox's custom version.
Yeah, that might track. I don't think they
was the backstory on that one.
Yeah, I don't think they trademarked the name or anything like that, so not that it mattered because they only made that knife for like 2 years, 3 years, and then Kaputzi's done.
Kaputskin.
They're still making the Arcane though, aren't they? We just stopped bringing it in, or did that guy get fully discoed?
I don't actually know if they still make the Arcane, but I hope they discoed it.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
It was slippery.
Oh
Put
shit!
your funds towards something
Oh,
else
yeah.
and stop making that piece of shit.
Discontinued. Yeah.
It was as slippery as a greased fish.
The thing that kind of
Yeah.
weirded me out is like they went to the effort of contouring everything, like contours in multiple different directions, even instead of just doing like I don't know the herringbone pattern that they did on the Anthem. Do something you could texture it if you're gonna get the machine
if
work done
they
anyway.
had made this an Osborne powder coat texture, like was on their TI
Dude, even G10, like just something
Availo
grippier.
texture pattern, something, dark
Yeah.
side. This knife would have been fucking hotcakes. But
It's a
anyway,
shame.
other knives
No
that are
cakes.
hotcakes other than 940s.
Like a bug out.
Oh
I
god.
don't know. How about a
bug outs.
limited edition 452 with Vegas Forged Damascus?
Yeah, we could do that. It's a funky looking knife.
Let's jump ship.
It's funkalicious.
Hey, none of these things are the thing.
ZT 452?
Oh, 450, not the 452.
No, sorry. Yes, it was a 450. My bad. I don't know. Numbers are meaningless.
Are they?
Oh, I
Are you
wish they were. Oh God, I wish they were. Yeah, look at this sexy fucker.
Is that the lesson you've learned?
Well, I sleep better at night. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, touche. You got me there.
Easier to sleep when you don't have to think.
Yeah.
There's a song that continues from there, I'm sure.
So yeah, how about this fancy ass whatever?
It's a lot of things to a lot of people.
You know what it is right now, Paul?
$700.
Yeah, that too. But it's also roughly half of the components of the original 450. So it has the red barrel spacers, which you can't see in any of these photos, and it has a regular titanium frame lock side that looks like it's been lightly stonewashed here, actually. Okay, so they
And then
did
they-
change
I
it a
think
little
it's
bit.
actually pretty good. Like it's a good acid washy, almost stone wash.
Yeah, it is
Well,
legally distinct.
they took the black hardware from the 450 with carbon fiber.
Yeah.
Well, they're not selling those anymore. So
Yeah, no, they're not selling. That's true.
Sorry, check the numbers.
So this is just a
yeah.
Franken-knife of things that they've
It
assembled.
is. And then they found some random bomb ass carbon fiber. I mean, look at that. I actually think I like the one on our shelf more than the stock photo. But
Yeah.
It is
Do I have a photo of
multicolored
that?
marbled carbon fiber. Thank you very much.
Okay, if you say so.
That's the words they use.
Yeah, yeah.
Multicolored marble.
Oh,
And
well,
by multicolored they mean two colors.
dos. Yeah, I have some photos of the last time we did a review. The ZT. Oh, look at that. That blade also looks cooler than the stock photo, don't you think? Like, oh, where the hell did that go?
Yeah,
Where did
100%.
Yeah, look,
Ours kicks the crap out of
that
the one on
versus that.
our
Fuck yeah.
website. I gotta
Did they
touch our
change-
website guy.
Did they change the pattern on the Damascus?
No,
it just looks
Vegas
way
Forge just
better.
Vegas Forge just doesn't do the same thing between hammer strikes, dude. Like,
I see.
Vegas Forge is like it's some uniques. So
Yeah.
the cool thing is uniques, right? But yeah.
God, those colors pop, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's got at least 3 colors in it. Maybe 4. Like I'm seeing shades of gray that I didn't see in the other one.
Yeah,
I know it's an actual color, but it's monochrome.
it's good. I
It's
like
way
it.
way better than our website photo, dude. Like it
Enhance.
actually shows off that knife the way it should be shown off for a $700 knife. Good lord.
That blade, though, gee bus. Like, I hesitate to call that a ladder because it's not quite as squished up as you would want to see.
I wouldn't climb it.
But-
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm not passing my firefighter's
It's
exam on
gullies.
that fucking shit. That's for sure.
That's how you
What are
break
you
a knee.
trying to make people fail?
Maybe. Maybe. What were you trying to say there, Paul?
Nothing. Not much.
Ladder Damascus?
I was,
Something?
I was saying it was like walking gullies. You're gonna break an ankle.
Oh, there you go.
Pop.
Oh, topographical. It's a
I
little
see.
topo. It's a little topo.
That's a good. Yeah.
I mean, if you're running hoodoos,
Yeah, don't. I mean, I've done it.
we've done it. It sucks.
Yeah, it's not the most
It's-
fun thing you can do.
Running hoodoos is dangerous, dude. Don't do that. It's how you die.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Keep your who's to your do's.
So Vegas Forge Damascus, Vegas Forge does make stainless steel Damascus. This is not stainless steel Damascus. I do not think. I don't think the description, which I believe was copy pasted from ZT, mentions
about it.
anything about that. Oh no, they do say Vegas Forge stainless Damascus here. Ah, okay. As far as what it's actually made out of.
Vegas Forge uses a bunch. They use some LMAX. They use some S90.
Yeah, they don't really tell you unless you're buying individual billets. Stainless and carbon Damascus.
Which we've seen some San Mai stuff because that's what they use in like the daggers from Acton on Verba that were the Vegas Forge with like an LMAX core. I remember
Right.
things weirdly.
That was
But
some.
yeah, that's one of the things.
Oh, dude, would ours actually be part of their ladder pattern? Because I don't see.
Oh, were you onto something there?
It
The
may
rando
actually
might
be.
be, but other than that, I think it is. I think you're right, dude.
Oh. I think it
Did you
has to
actually
be.
call your shit? You're trying to
Maybe.
break my firefighter ankle, aren't you?
Maybe.
I
Maybe.
mean, okay, thankfully, I already have dancer's ankles and not firefighter ankles, so
So you're perfectly fine.
we're safe.
So if it
How would you
is.
describe a dancer's ankle?
Nimble, fucker.
Okay.
you really got to emphasize the F of that fucker, though. Otherwise,
Yeah. That fucker had six F's in it.
I was ready for that answer. Let me just put it that way. I knew what was coming. I had it locked and loaded.
So there's good news here. The composition is the same, even if it is random or ladder. I'm leaning ladder just because of the. Just looking at the pattern here, I don't
100%.
see how it could be much else. But it's AEBL and 302 stainless. What the shit?
What?
That's some crazy nonsense.
For their stainless. What? For not their sand my cord stuff, I guess, eh?
No, for the this isn't the San Mike Horror. This is the
Okay, yeah, just
just a
normal.
straight up laddered, which that must mean that this has to be
Uber
what that is.
stainless and tough and
Tough as shit.
half decent edge, but sawtoothy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Sawtoothy
but, like,
as fuck.
big
That's dual
teeth.
core action going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not nearly the pattern of a dual core.
No, but you're gonna get snaggy, all sorts of crazy dual core action from that with ABL and 306.
That's
Jesus,
kind of
your
neat.
wear is gonna be insane.
Yeah, it's weird.
Huh. Shit. All of a sudden, I'm kind of really into the stupid fucking knife now.
Nerd.
Oh, buddy. Why?
Dick Richards is backing me up on my dancer's ankles. I just like to say thank you, sir. Thank you. What?
There you go. Dennis is dancing in 5-inch heels. You heard it here first.
Oh, if Napoleon does it, it's cool. If I do it, anyway.
How big the heel was. Do you realize how tall I am with a 5-inch heel?
Dude, that'd be fucking terrifying. Come around corners, people just.
No, I'm the nice guy.
Like, you could with a 5-inch heel on, you could cosplay as the alien from the new Aliens movie.
Oh, you could, and you probably should.
I mean, I think a guy's 7'7", but still.
Close enough.
Yeah, he's
I mean, 6'9", 7'7", you know, samesies.
It's basically the same thing, all right?
He was an ex-basketball player.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
they often are.
Good times. Good
in
times.
those movies.
Variations, you say?
Indeed.
So this is probably the coolest fucking variation of this knife I've ever seen. And there's been a decent number over the years, but
yeah, they came out with blue and carbon and fiber and MagnaCut. No,
yep.
That wasn't cool. I think the glow
was okay.
Cooler.
The glow. Okay, I don't actually remember what those were like for these. I remember the glow Hinderer collab.
They made a glow 450.
I'm not sure.
Maybe it was only a 452. I'm drawing a blank now.
That one did have like a green kind of fleck glow.
No,
yeah. Wasn't
it?
It was kind of flecky, wasn't it?
It was green, but maybe it
Get
was a 450.
flecked, bro.
Oh shit, that looks hot. Okay, hold on. What is it? Yeah, the 452 GLCF. Jesus.
They didn't. Okay, sorry, they didn't do a 450. My bad.
Oh my god, but look at that. Oh shit.
Do you not remember?
No, I don't remember.
Days?
I don't remember this shit.
Oh, we had it.
That was like shortly after I started working. I think that was around the same time that I bought my my 560. Is that the Hinderer with the big chunk fuck off blade?
562.
Yeah, well the one with the combo blade that I got with the S110V Edge. I was obsessed with that knife when it came out.
Oh yeah, 560. Yeah.
Yeah.
In and around, but yeah, the 562. this one, I remember torching this one with a flashlight and having it fucking light up like a Christmas tree.
I am having some vague memories of this now that you bring it up. Yeah,
This predates me.
by about a
and it-
year, year
Well,
and a bit.
you know, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's older than or newer than 1980 something something, but you know,
Well, it predates me in working in the shop for sure, but I'm wondering if it predates my purchase. Did they like? No.
no,
So it came
maybe
out.
predates you being employed at Cutting Edge, but it was a variation, and you got yours in the first, I want to say 2 to 3 years of the.
Yeah, I got it in the like.
'Cause
And I don't know what year.
2014?
You're gonna have to forum this shit, Joe, and find out.
Yeah,
I bought
I
it-
don't know.
I bought it when a certain employee still worked there.
Yeah.
Because you got Paul, yours actually has different 3D machining on the titanium side than any of them do now.
Oh, and carbon fiber. The carbon fiber is cut differently too.
Yeah, because like this one, oh yeah, you can see in the reverse, this one has the same stepping. All the new ones
Yeah.
are done with chamfer mills, I think. I don't think they're using the same like ball
It's
nose
even a
cutter.
different angle.
Yeah, yeah.
So Infinite is pointing out that me with a 5-inch heel is only as tall as LeBron anyway. 6'9". 7'7" is Minute. So
The UK
Okay.
shudders at that knife locking in green.
it's
It's a
so
different-
crazy to think like there's just a whole other tier to crazy tall.
Well, in
Yeah.
the Minute Bull, that's the guy from like the commercials. The not that guy, right? Knocking people's cereal boxes
No,
out of their
that's
hands.
Matumbo. Come on. dude.
Okay.
And like 7'1", maybe 7,
Okay,
7'2",
okay.
something. Yeah.
The guy I'm thinking of, I want to say, is like Ukrainian or Russian.
The guy that would knock Vlad from
No.
Sacramento Kings.
No,
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 no.
and I don't think he made it to like the big leagues. He had too many like health problems with his joints because of his height.
I see.
Yeah.
Anyway, green and locking, yes, definitely banned in the UK, but only if it's zombie related, which this one's not. This one just helps you find your keys at night. So if anything, it's a rescue tool.
Rescue me from my boredom.
It's glowing.
It
It
is.
saves me at night from the muggers
Mm,
in many ways.
His name is Robert.
Robert
Robert
Muggers?
Paulson?
Roczki?
Robert Paulson?
Robert Muggers.
No, Bob Roczkyi. However you would pronounce that.
Oh, okay. I thought for a second it was Meatloaf and he was shot in the head during a Fight Club movie. But
Different guy, different movie.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, this variation's not even a thing we can buy right now. So how about variations we can buy?
Well, why didn't you say so? How about let's see what else we got.
Shamans in Spy 27.
Yeah, there's some shamany goodness.
That's something
Shaman.
we didn't talk about.
It's nice to see that Spyderco hasn't forgotten that they make knives aside from the paramilitaries that deserve variations.
Well, yeah, Z-Wers and 15Vs. We haven't got the 15Vs yet.
No, but we will.
But
Eventually.
damn, speaking of variations, right? Like, not only just throwing out the Spy 27, like it's like Crucible's not going bankrupt,
God.
but also throwing out some 15V. Also, like Crucible's not going bankrupt.
It's okay. They've been saved. They've been saved by a French angel, and you're gonna like being saved because that means it continues to be made.
Well, you did say the 5-inch heels were good for Napoleon, so I mean,
5-inch
circle
heels
back.
for everybody.
yeah, exactly. 5-inch heels for Crucible too. Pull their bootstraps up. Makes it fucking steel. Come on.
I'm gonna
Re-
break my ankles.
restrap those boots. Come on.
Yeah. Butter up those bootstraps, boy.
I don't want to know what that means.
You know exactly what it means. You just don't want to.
Definitively.
You just don't
I
want
don't
to admit
wanna.
it.
You were in Cub Scouts, Paul. Come on.
Oh,
It's
we were all in Cub
I mean-
Scouts.
we're all in Cub Scouts.
You're a
Oh,
Cub Scout there, Joe?
oh yeah.
I wasn't a
Nice.
Cub Scout. I was a kid in the woods, dude. Like seriously, it's
Yeah, I grew up in a city. If I wanted to go out into the woods, there's only
eventually.
a handful of ways to make that happen without, dying.
Yeah, they put shoes on me and they made me live in a house.
What are you, fucking Mowgli?
Yeah, that's basically it.
Not quite, but kind of fun. Anyway,
Fucking Mowgli over here.
He doesn't hiss at his family members anymore, so at least not often.
depends on
No,
which
I
family member.
was
Dude.
gonna
Come on,
say.
it's a big family. Like,
Well, that's the only way some of them know how to communicate. All right, it's not their fault.
love's love, dude. I don't care how it's showed. It's
100%. Uh, uh, variations. Didn't Oh, I guess we wouldn't have them on the website, but we have had some variations of shamans that were very nice to have when we had them. There's a carbon fiber
Z-wares.
S90 one that I don't see, but yeah, there's a Z-Wear here. There's the Rex 45 one. It's always interesting to see like these exceptionally high wear resistance blade steels being done in like just chonky stock thicknesses. That kind of tickles me a little bit. It's like you are ridiculous, sir.
So I don't know if we have anything else to say about a shaman, but we can segue something, other variation. I'm just saying. There's Rich Light Barrages to talk about.
Yeah, that's actually I think more worth looking at because the Richlight barrages are also a steel change and a blade shape change.
Well, kind of.
Well, they are. They are. Instead of it's not so much a change with the small guy, but with a large size, you go from we use the blue handled one. It's easier to see the contrast here. You go from
But that's
kind
not
of
the
a
new one, man.
no, no, no.
What the hell is-
I'm starting on the old one and then going to the new one to show you the difference. Come on.
I see.
So you got this kind of dagger bayonet-ish grind here, and then you have a little bit of a swedge on the new one. Why is this picture so fuzzy? Is it because it was pulled directly from Benchmade? That's probably why.
Well, it's slightly more bug outy now.
Yeah, a little bit.
And for the record, it's slightly more M390-ish because if you look at the larger M390, it didn't have the same shape as the 154 CM.
Yeah, it's got more belly, different belly.
Yes. Little bit.
And speaking of the forever retired knives, yeah, Mini Barrage fits into that category for sure.
Is it because the spring keeps popping off?
I didn't carry it because I don't carry spring assisted knives anymore, but I carried that knife for a long time. That was my foray into M390 and its uses.
Ah,
Yeah.
its uses.
I
I still think that's a nice knife that should be carried, but that's just me.
have too many knives, Joe.
I know, but it's a nice knife.
I know. I know.
I know you have too many knives. I've seen your knives.
Don't
I
make
see.
me pull out one of the sages.
I'll get his brother involved too.
I'll get all of his brothers involved. It's,
What do you?
Paul just left, I think. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm leaving.
dead forever. That's it.
Oh,
but yeah. Okay, so yes.
don't
But
agree
yeah,
with
I
that.
think if you even look at the large M390 version from back in the day, it did have a slightly different blade shape, probably more reminiscent of this blade shape than it did of the 154s. That was a weird thing that they did
Mhm.
back in the day with the different blade shapes with the 154 versus the M390. Or even knife to knife, they like the mini 154 did not look the same as the mini M390.
No, and they even changed it over the years too, without a lot of fanfare. Like mine had a lot more belly than some of the later iterations did.
Yeah. The
But
150, the mini 154 had
Yeah.
a lot of belly.
Yeah, initially, and now it's like it's kind of got belly. It's got a little belly.
Well, they made it closer to the M390 version,
Yeah.
right? But the old 154 CMs had some pot, a little bit of pot in the belly.
Well, and the new ones
little
still do.
Yeah, but not
The
as
154 is still.
not as
Pot
much
belly.
though.
The 154 ones is what he's
Yeah.
talking about. The old Velox handled ones that exist are still pot bellied. Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus the new rich ladies.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And the rich lights are more reminiscent of the M390 blade.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know. Putting what is it called? Cerakote on stainless steel is still a little meh. I, I'd rather it not be there. I'd rather just be the bare steel personally. But somebody's got to like it because people keep buying it.
Well, I wish this is the case where they go back to the OG and actually give you just an option. Cryptilians, give me an option in satin, give me an option in black coated. Give me an option in satin, give me an option $20 more in gray Cerakote if I want it.
Yeah.
And do like the OG days with the Griptilian. And I would have no problem with that because then you would hit both markets if you thought this gray was better. But I think the black hardware is where it gets it, is because if you put silver hardware on this with the purple handle, you'd probably lose some people.
I suppose. I guess. I mean, the
If
blue
you
and the
looked at
silver
just the
look
handle,
pretty
yeah.
good by itself. Like that hardware does stand out and looks good.
And I guess that's where they give you the S30 is if you want the satin and then blade swap. That's up to you to deal with the coil spring, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But on that note,
Don't do it as a trap.
maybe it's just because that this is the way it's been for such a long time. But on the original, like on the standard Grivery, Velox, whatever they are, the barrages, with the 154 CM blades, that's all black hardware on the all black handle. So
With
I
a
don't.
satin blade.
Yeah. So it's. I was talking about this actually with a customer today. It's kind of weird how Benchmade seemed to have an idea for their design language, and it seemed to be relatively consistent from series of knives to series of knives, regardless as to whether it's a red class back in the day or black class, blue class, whatever. Didn't really matter. Things made sense, and you kind of saw that continue into the Hunt series. But now, a lot of, and we've talked about this too, a lot of the designations don't make sense within the different varieties. Like you have a green handle and a satin blade. You assume a certain steel type when you see that. And then you see an orange handle and a satin blade or tumbled blade or whatever, and then you assume a certain steel with that. But it's not the case all the time across Benchmade's lineup. You got to be careful and actually look at what they're
No.
made
You
out
can
of.
get an S30, a Cruair, an S90, or an S45 or a Magna Cut all on an orange blade. Like it's all orange blades, all orange all the time.
Yeah.
But you never know what you're gonna get. Yeah.
It's all over the place. Yeah. A little irritating.
But
And then they come out with
just for the record, though, if it's desert tan, it can only be Cruair.
No, that's not true. Okay, Desert Tan for the blade? Or because we
That's
had
what I mean. Yeah. If it's
Okay.
sand, then it could be M4 S30 or
I don't. Okay, so not to hard jump into anything too ultra specific or anything, but we had a well, not a re-release, a release of a smaller model of a Benchmade. The oh wow, I just had it. Damn it! Come on, no, the curved blade.
Oh, the Bedlam.
Bedlam, thank you.
And we might as well segue into that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we have these at Cutting Edge. Oh, good. We have the OG here still pictured. That is too funny. Holy shit. The last time it was available, it was $260. That's amazing. So big knife. This was originally like nearly a 4-inch blade, 154 cm, G10, full steel handles, just a chonk. Long ass pocket clip, tactical monster. Love that thing. I think Paul still has one.
One of the most knocked knives on the market, so be careful on the secondary.
Like
PS.
legitimately. There's also a very cool looking automatic version floating around. Very, very, very cool.
And if you can find it on the secondary, who cares? Buy that one.
Yeah, there you go. But do I have to go back here? Yeah, here we go. They just came out with some mini bedlams. So 3.45-inch blades. Okay, they're a lot smaller. Remember what we were talking about earlier? Okay, you see carbon fiber and S90V paired together a lot. And that's what you get here for their most expensive version out of the lot. All's well and good. You still get S90V in a half serrated blade or with a plain edge blade with Coyote Tan and black multi-layer G10. This to me feels like they had planned for these to come out with a steel like, I don't know, M4, something that makes, or crewware, something that makes sense in this platform for this knife. And then for whatever reason, either decided or couldn't make use of the original blades. So they decided to go with this instead. I don't know. It's a little weird. Little fucking weird. Especially when you look at the difference in price points. These aren't cheap knives, and it's still like a 495 to a 635 because
I don't know that I realized that the access bar hole tapers the way that it does on the G10 model.
no.
No.
Yeah, it's got like that nice little groove that follows the cutout. It's kind of a nice look. It's also only on the half serrated version. You don't get that on the milling pattern on the standard G10 version.
That's weird.
You also don't get it on the carbon fiber version, whose milling is very similar to the half serrated, but not
Yeah, that's
exactly the
interesting
same.
because that's actually a very like nice design accent
Yeah.
on that half serrated, and then you stick it to people by giving a serrated blade.
Yeah, you stick it on what is going to be the least popular version of this knife. Thanks. Also, S90V half serrated. What the fuck has that ever been an option from Benchmade? Is that something that they've done on other blades?
940-1s had it. No,
Okay.
Bug Out -1s had. No, I don't even know. No, it's a 535-3. I'm like, I don't know, -1. Everything just gets a -1. I don't even give a fuck. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I don't.
We've noticed.
So, having said that, yeah, there's some models.
Yeah.
But then they discoed all of their half serrated options like 2 to 3 years ago. So it's weird that they're like, hey, by the way, half serrated.
This one.
Yeah.
And
when they didn't with all the other variations that are coming out. So it's super weird, right?
Does the Bedlam strike anybody as a like I need to cut some rope knife? Because it doesn't to me.
No. I'm just double checking Benchmade's website to make sure that the Adamas doesn't come with in a half serrated option. That's the only one I'm thinking of. The only other one I'm thinking of. I know the bailout does, but
so the other thing is they did actually release their
okay, there is a half serrated version still. Okay, but not an S90. It's weird. It's weird.
2025 catalog, right? So like everything has got the heavy suit. The Adiras in MagnaCut you can get macerated.
If you want to make a mistake.
But since they put out the 2025 catalog, they also came out with like MagnaCut and Denim.
Yeah.
940s, no half serrated options. Like there's so many models that they did come out with this year that are not half serrated. So why a Bedlam?
Yeah, it seems like a weird choice for a half serrated option.
Like what other half serrated knives did they come out with this year that gave you a half serrated option?
Yeah.
The new Adiras? I don't even think they did. Oh, they did. Yes. The black Adiras also have half serrated options.
Okay. And I guess they still did it previously with the readouts when they came out with like every time they did a new handle variation, there was a version that was half serrated.
I was gonna say the readout's the only one that I knew that absolutely had it.
Yeah. But it's, again, to me, like this blade shape is fucking weird with half serrations for sure. But the fact that it's S90V half serrated is somehow weirder.
It's gonna be even weirder when I grind out the half serrations and make myself some sort of like
a tracker.
Persian tracker.
Yeah.
That sounds like I'm tracking people from a country that doesn't exist anymore, I think. That's weird. That's not what I mean. Persian blade shape tracker. Let's add too many words to it.
Why wouldn't you just buy both knives and then blade swap and then sell the other one?
With a tracker?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like a lot of work. I'm being honest.
That's not what I was talking about.
No, he was saying you don't bother regrinding it. You just sell the half serrated blade in the handle that you don't want. You swap in a plain edge blade and then you keep it. You sell the other one.
But the joke was that I was going to make it into a tracker.
Stop joking.
Okay.
You have It's no time for
I've
jokes.
been banned from jokes. right.
This is the perfect time for jokes. What are you
I've
talking
been
about?
joke canceled over here.
Anyway,
Joke
variations.
police.
Variations of designs that come from a time when Benchmade was more interesting. Dare
So
I
I
say?
think currently sold out, but I know we're doubling back a little bit. But how about Gold Class Barrage?
Yeah, we could probably.
Gold Class Mini. It's coming. It's coming
Do we
back.
have? Oh, we don't have a. Oh, we do. We do have a listing. Okay.
How about Shot Show Mini Freak? We didn't dabble on that either. Holy cow. It's almost 9 o'clock. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
There's so
Yeah.
many things.
We talked about so much stupid shit. To be
Yeah.
fair, this
There's also
purple
this guy.
haze looks fucking hot.
The purple haze is gorgeous.
What steel?
Absolutely.
What steel is it?
S90.
Oh, that's all right.
It's pretty. It's pretty okay.
A knife for royalty.
It's purple for royalty.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm actually a little annoyed that the milling pattern they used for the handle is exactly the same as the bridge light. That kind of pisses me off a little bit that they didn't do any kind of special machining on it. All they did is just material swap.
Well, yeah. Of course.
I understand. This one seems to be a fairly low effort gold class, but I think they were also trying to keep the price down on them.
And
Yeah.
they did. Reasonable. It was very reasonable priced. What is it
Yeah.
on our website? Damn, so
7.
Yeah, that's
You could get this, or you could spend a little bit more money and get a Narrows.
there you go.
So
I mean, or you could spend like, almost 3 times as much and get a fact that was a gold class from last year or 2 years ago or whatever the hell it was, like
Yeah, but that was a gold class sprint.
200 only. I get
Yeah.
it. I get it. Was it worth 1800 or whatever the F they were
I mean, they
No.
looked fucking nice, but
They did.
compared to
weren't
the
worth that much.
700? Was it a G more than this?
there was
When-
no designer's name attached that would have driven that level of interest. I wouldn't think. That's that's the
mean-
part that kind of killed it for me as far as a collector item. You know,
It's a fact. So, I mean, Greg Thompson's getting a little bit of SOCP side action, whether they're going to tell you or not. So, yeah,
What do you think?
don't ruin the fact for me.
that's
When was, when was the last time that you remember a gold class being less expensive than the most expensive regular production knife that they make?
You asshole. Maybe a gold class emissary.
Oh,
Okay.
really? Really?
Yeah, was
But what
something
was-
in the category? A gold class emissary was only like 550 CAD back in the
Yeah,
day.
but what was more expensive than it?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Maybe that would be the last time
yeah,
that a gold class would have been cheaper. But
Yeah.
I don't know what else was in that category that would have been more expensive.
I can't think
Does
of
it-
much.
Maybe
weird?
some of their OTFs
Yeah.
that we didn't get a chance to handle.
yeah. Does it feel weird that it's less expensive than a Narrows?
Yeah, it's
No,
kind of.
because look at it.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, but it's still just a mini barrage. And of
Yeah.
course it should be less money because it's a mini barrage. I don't care what platform you put it on, short of Damasteel.
I think
You put
what
Damas in there and you throw it out the window.
I
my
don't know why it
And
doesn't have
the
the Damasteel.
emissary gold class at 550 was Damasteel with a Hackapella pattern.
this is kind of a weak sauce gold class though. Like,
That's where I'm getting at.
yeah, that's.
I like the purple, but it's as far as a gold
Oh,
class goes,
dude.
it's kind of
I like the knife, but even at $700, it's like you really.
Dude, I've seen some gold classes back in the day that were S90 and M4 that I would have paid more money for this, but they were 10 years ago
And
when you didn't see that everywhere.
what else was done with them though? Because they used to do a lot more to those handles. Like I remember that Griptilian with the wood inlays and the titanium, like the rest of the handle was
The
tied.
Grip Million.
Dude, that thing
sir,
was
20
fucking
CV.
hot. Yeah, and they did
But
so
that's-
much nice machining on that.
How about a green anodized iridescent 940 with an M4 blade?
Yeah, those were cool. That's actually worth looking up.
People forget.
That wasn't a gold class, was it? That was the
Yeah, it was.
Was it? Okay, because
It
there's
was.
like a ton of different gold classes, so this might actually take a minute for me to find.
Gold class M4
Um,
940.
was it the one with the carbon fiber
Nope. Yep, that's the one.
bolster?
Cool. Yeah, and the
Yeah,
matte gray I don't know if it was PVD or not. Might have been Cerakote.
that looks like PVD, but I'm curious enough now that I'm going to go to the actual listing.
With an M4. Like that thing was a G back in the day, or 1200 back in the day, but that was 10 years ago when everyone was like, "What are you doing with a 940?" Oh damn, son! Like that was
TCI
when Contigos first came out, and then they took a 940 and they blinged it out and put the same steel as the Contigo that no one had ever fucking played with before.
titanium carbonitrate, maybe?
Dick
Huh.
Richards, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next week, there, man.
Indeed.
Yeah. Thanks for joining.
Toodaloo.
Oh,
All that.
it says right here M4 Super Steel with clear Cerakote. Cool. Yeah, that's pretty neat. They had an inverted version of this too.
And what is the dash on this one? Dash 940 dash.
121.
So 2012 was the 1-2.
They had a mini version of this that was inverted, if you see that here, but with Damasteel.
No.
Isn't
That's
that
the
it?
back carbon.
Oh, that's the blue one. That's just a weird photo.
With the
Yeah.
gold Swedish backspacer and the tight blah blah blah.
Pretty
It's
cool,
not a bad
but
Swedish backspacer. It was a Swedish pattern or some crap, wasn't it?
Swedish pattern steel something.
It was that tight pattern that they were doing.
Mm,
Anyway, yeah, but at this point in time with the M4 one, it was when the Contigo, like 2012, was when I think in and around when the Contigo came out with M4, and everyone was like, "What are you guys doing with that crazy knife?" And then they're like, "Yeah, and we'll do it with the 942." Right? But this
yeah.
was still in the like 1200 category, 1000 category,
Back
something.
then, a grand. Yeah.
In 2012, it was the end of the world, as we knew it.
Yeah, and I feel fine. I still do. P.S.
Piss, 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 piss.
I mean, there's a lot of,
Do I?
things.
Don't
They're
worry about it.
just numbing life. Just numbing life,
Numbing life. Num 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 num.
Num, num.
Somebody
Life.
mentioned a freak.
Yeah, shut you. Might as
My
well
name's
do
Paul.
that.
Fuck.
Little piss freak.
It's a little piss and purple.
Dude,
What did
again,
you call me?
I have flipped. I'll call you whatever I want, apparently, even if I'm
Clearly.
not conscious of it, which is troubling. I flipped back and forth on my opinion of Altum. I think it can be used well. I don't know if this is one of those cases. It doesn't look this bad in person in the shop lighting.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I'm going to buy it. And yes, it does. I don't care. It's going to go on the wall with all the other SHOT Show knives right over here. And it's going to go over there. And I'm going to ridicule it for the rest of my existence because of how terrible it fucking looks.
Can you wrap it in something so we don't have to see it every week?
Please.
No. I'll put a magnifying glass on it from this far away. But the good news is hopefully during the summertime it'll burn.
There you go.
It's like...
When I say it's not as bad in person in the shop, what I mean is this deep, dehydrated amber piss color isn't quite so bad. And Altum scales that I've made for my own stuff that when I've held in sunlight, it looks like gummy bears. It looks almost okay.
It's not so pissy Pete in person.
It's not quite so pissy Pete in person. No. I like purple, but the choice of the bright purple blade and the fuck off piss handle is such a strange combination to me. Like, I'm glad that it's weird because I feel like for limited stuff you should be pushing that a little. But
is it the LA Kings that are golden?
Oh, I
purple?
don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't watch
I'm
sports.
hoping Dennis knows.
You talking about the Lakers?
The Lakers.
That
that's
sounds
the one.
correct.
Because the
Unfortunately.
LA Kings are black and silver, man.
I
Come
think-
on, that's
well,
hockey.
I think
I
Megan.
don't know.
I think
I've
Meg
never
mentioned that to me.
basketballed.
I've never basketed the ball
I've basketed the ball, but never like.
with a puck.
Yeah.
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 It's.
If it wasn't the Raptors playing, I've never seen a game, and I've only ever seen two. They were in
So
person.
I will say though, if you, for instance, had like a carbon fiber mini freak already, and you decided to throw an Ultim with a satin and a carbon fiber with a purple and do some hardware swaps and have some fun with it, you could make those two knives kind of be weird and work, right? Even the G10 with the purple would be kind of Cookie Monster weird, but
Go on, Cookie Monster. Tell me
you would
more.
have to swap it out for a black blade on the Ultim or a satin blade on the Ultim to make the Ultim one actually look proper. Like,
I don't understand the purple.
So apparently the Kings were also gold and purple briefly at one point,
Okay.
oh,
according
way
to
back.
Infinite.
Oh, way to get me. Who put that comment out?
Infinite.
Oh, way to go, you asshole. That's like old school
I like
Royals
being.
days where the crown was like stupid.
I like the fact that I was right even while I was wrong.
I know.
I know you like that.
Yeah,
I hate it. I hate it so much.
it's my favorite thing ever.
Yeah, it would be.
I have
Technically
hockey cards.
correct.
I will pull out the hockey card collection next.
Oh God. So variations. Yeah.
I think that might cover most of them.
If you want to buy this piss knife, you can go to Cutting Edge Cutlery Co and buy it for $425 Canadian. You know.
I
so-
mean, it's limited edition. It'll go in with the rest of your shotgun knives that you already own, being a Benchmade addict. You know,
But you hope that they don't have that collection, right? So
Look,
that
I
you're the guy that
I
has
have
that
bought
collection.
knives.
what's the chances that we're selling those collections at the same time, Paul?
Touche. You got me there.
It's
Very high. Yeah.
and then both desperate. Ah, you're not desperate too, eh? Yeah.
Give it a few more years, you'll see.
What was that, Paul?
So give it a few more years, you'll see.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
We did miss the red rich stone
The barrage.
Bug out.
bug out.
Oh yeah, we should probably do
S90.
that before we screw off here.
It's yeah. 'Tis 902.
Yeah.
Is 902.
This
no.
actually makes me a lot less upset than a lot of the other variations. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of the orange. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but
Nope, it was dumb.
yeah. But the titanium, was a nice, very nicely executed piece. This is the kind of shit I'd like to see in variations of things, where it's like, yeah, these milling patterns are different, these inlays are different, the pivot here different, and it still feels nice. Like it's well considered.
All the skeletonizing you made it look like it was on the outside. You know,
Yeah.
good times.
Yeah.
So yeah, not the worst except for the orange. The orange was dumb.
The orange is so misplaced.
Like just put red across it. Put a red spacer. Put a red everything. Put red.
I was gonna say red or green. Either way, like I know blue is part of their S90, but orange is like part of your hunt series. Again, I don't. Did you fire someone in your marketing department? Like, what the fuck happened?
The color of the season.
I thought
lady.
the marketing people were the only people left. Like, what's going on?
No. Just the catalog people. They know how to write a description for the catalog. The
yeah.
only people that are left. Yeah.
God help
yeah.
us all.
So, and then S90, and then a stupid price point because it's more than a gold class emissary, or emissary was back in the day. So, with Hackapella Steel Damascus, you could have bought those 10 years ago, or you could have bought this now. Make your choice.
Make it.
You probably already did. You either own that small little tiny knife or you're not going to buy this. One or the other. So good time.
So yeah.
I do like it, and I do like the fact. I think it was Joe that pointed out to me that it's machined on the inside as well as the outside.
It is. They went all narrows on it.
Yeah,
It's trying to make it light.
which makes sense at $600.
Well, they better
Definitely
do
better.
something to justify that fucking price tag, right?
That's it.
And so I think it's a good time on that note to thank the Cutting Edge Cutlery Co. for all the cool options to check out and or purchase North America wide as far as variations goes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
so many of the variations.
Get all your variety down to the cutting edge.
I've never bought multiple knives just because they made it in my preferred configuration. I've certainly never done that before. Probably never do it again.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Just buy a bailout and detanto it. That's the right answer.
How many highlights do we own amongst us?
Yes.
I have one. I can plus one that.
So I know Dennis has the 6-inch. Uh, let's see. I have one of the newer versions of the 6-inch. Do you own a Chris? You own a Chris highlight too? Yeah.
Yeah, I own Chris S35 and a Ridge.
Yeah, same and same. I haven't. Although it's in pieces at my parents' house, I think.
So does that mean that you own 4 of them, Joe?
You son of the
Yep.
bitches are
Is
going to
that
make me
8?
take a government mandated again.
Yeah,
Do we own 8 highlights amongst us?
quite possibly. Yeah, that's too many tie lights.
Oh,
That's too many.
what in the mall ninja is wrong with us?
We like stiletto blades, and we can't get the actual ones, so we have to settle for the best second runner-up.
The malliest of ninjas.
Dude, I mean, I've certainly never bought folding daggers because I think they're neat.
Yeah. How many different Wii and Civivi models do I own that are basically the same thing?
Yeah,
Like
pretty
that.
much. Well, and it's
So the Etalon and the Angst.
yeah. You should carry the Eidolon more often. That is a sweet little knife.
It is a sweet little knife. I should take it out.
It's a sweet little knife.
Come out with the shark.
Yeah, do it. Dennis will be
Get it.
irritated by the juxtaposition there.
Yeah.
It's like these things don't belong together. What's going on?
Well, we might be getting a different variation of this, which means I'm going to own 2 of them.
Oh, good lord.
That's right. That's the conversation you came back to.
Oh, I missed it. I was just...
Shark tooth.
I see. I see. Put your fucking neck knife away. If I see that thing again, I'll fucking cut it off your neck. I'm just gonna take the paracord from behind you and just slice it off when you're not looking and just have a fucking shark tooth hit the ground.
Who are you, Devin?
No, I'll do it from behind you when you're hiking so you won't notice it until we get to the campsite. It just won't be around your neck anymore.
I see.
Promises, promises.
I mean, it's really humanity's survival on the line. So
You're gonna get shark toothed. Getting toothy.
Is that like dinosaur?
Yeah.
Like the Land Before Time type of shit?
I'm gonna throw the sheath at you.
All right. Everybody gets one.
Yeah.
Just one though.
I'm gonna throw it like a throwing star.
Did we thank anyone else when I was
No.
No, we didn't. We didn't think about
No, that's bullshit. It's 9 o'clock. Why would we try to end the stream? It's
that.
We're talking about highlights. Come on.
We can thank the multitude of patch sellers on Instagram for constantly messaging, asking if we want to get patches made. I'm pretty sure it's all the same guy with like 6 different accounts at this point, because all the messages are verbatim the same.
They're all identical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Patreon giveaway 2026 is what you're saying?
There you go. Patches.
That's what I'm talking about.
Vinyl patches.
I mean, we're gonna promise them for this year. That's why I said 2026. It's because by the time we send them out.
No, now that you've said 2026, yeah, no, it's not that shit's not happening until 27 at least.
Knowing our track record, it's going to be like 2029 or 2030. If humanity survives that long.
I was gonna say, we'll see how it goes.
I'm hoping for not.
Giant meteor 2028. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. Giant meteor for president.
Well, I mean,
yeah, couldn't be worse.
Oh, it can get worse.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you to everyone who has continued to subscribe, like, and share on the YouTubes. Yeah. And Patreon. I don't know if we got Patreon. I think Cutting Edge, and then I walked away. You guys just bullshitted your way through stuff. The Patreon guys are probably more important. Thanks, everyone. They join us like week after week in the chat, and we do appreciate you guys. Without you guys, we probably wouldn't come every Sunday-ish. We said ish. We say it in the description.
And we truly do mean ish.
We truly, with all of our hearts, mean mostly.
Most Sundays.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, Ben. Way to come back around at the end.
If we average it out over the year, it's most Sundays.
It's Sunday. It's some variations of a Sunday will be there.
It's like Sunday without one of the vowels. It's
subscribes-ish. There you go.
That's good. But
Indeed.
All right, gentlemen. I think we're back next week. I think same bat something.
I think so. Same
Cool.
something channel.
Cool. 7:15 Mountain Standard Time.
Indeed.
Join one, join all.
7:16, 7:17, one of those three.
7:14, just to keep you on your toes. It won't happen.
It'll never happen.
So
we're gonna
good times. What was that?
Oh,
Joe?
We're gonna confuse people and show up like right at 7 one day. Just 15 minutes early. What the hell? No.
And then just have us sitting around not talking.
Just stay perfectly silent until 7:16.
Just 3 empty chairs with backgrounds until we just come in on stream.
Oh, perfect.
What? Oh yeah. Hey guys.
Oh shit, we left this running? Yeah.
I'm here for it. We got a game plan.
Perfect.
I'm gonna come in like Mr. Rogers and change my sweater and put on different shoes.
Maybe.
I'm not wearing shoes, Paul. I refuse to wear shoes on stream.
Is
need
there a giraffe puppet present?
Depends. Do you want to wear a puppet costume?
No, I just want you to reenact My Friendly Giant, you son of a bitch.
Look up. Look way up.
You ruined it.
Oh, it'll be a lamb.
We're talking about basketball.
And a donkey. And what's the third one?
I don't know, but they all sound delicious.
I have no idea what any of you were talking about.
What does donkey taste like?
Like ass.
Good
night, folks. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, guys. We will see you again here next week. That was good times. Good times. I am who I am. I'm Dennis Vipers.
I am the Aaron Joe.
And I'm xl.ca.
And we'll see you next time with better lighting. Goodbye. I think.
He says better lighting, but it won't be.
No, it'll just be adequate lighting.